Hello, and welcome to the Phase 1 Conceptual Design presentation. I'm Michael Reichstein, and I'm representing Group 13 in the class CSE412 Database Management at Arizona State University. So, let's begin. First, just a little bit about our group. We are Group 13. I'm Michael Reichstein. I'm the phase leader. We also have James Pappas, the phase recorder, Kyle Bentz, the phase checker, and also Jason Perez, Ben Wagner, and Tyler Winnick, who are all technical advisors on our team. So first, a little bit about how our team got together and how our team was organized. We held in-person meetings. Those were conducted usually after class, and they ranged anywhere from about 15 minutes to sometimes an hour. We also did a lot of meetings online. Those are through Google Chat, through social media. We also did some webcam communication and meetings. Definitely a lot of email threads. And finally, Google Docs. Google Docs was very helpful because it got us all on the same page. We could all access the project at all times, and also offered a little bit of version control in a sense where we could give each other notes and figure out where to move on to next. So, with the project, first our overall goal. So we wanted to create a database that would track inventory, process orders, store customer information, and track shipping and distribution for a company which manufactures and sells direct drive and condenser fan motors. These are the kind of motors that you'll find in air conditioning systems, heating systems, pools, plumbing, refrigeration, and it has a fairly large market here in the Southwest. So, our expert is Victor Reichstein. He is the Western Business Developer and Trainer for the Nidec Motors Corporation. So he is an absolute expert in sales, training, HVAC, and motors as a whole. So our interviews were conducted in person by myself at the office of the expert in Mesa. Additional communication with the entire group has also occurred through phone, email, and also in-person meetings. So the expert was really great about responding to emails very quickly and phone calls, so we were able to get follow-up information as needed, and he was also able to review our requirements document and basically get an idea of if we were on the right track and if we were providing the service that he was looking for, which I think we've done a pretty good job of so far. So there's a lot of communication between the expert and our team, which is awesome. So, generating requirements. So through the interview and through those additional emails, we talked to the expert, and we asked specific questions, we got his input, and we were able to come up with generate basic requirements that give an overall idea of what the database does. So first off, it stores the information of customers and their local brick and mortar stores. So these are actual stores in real time, not online stores. We tracked the process of those orders placed by the customers. We did the inventory so that it's properly updated. So if you have 5 in stock and you sell 3, you should have 2 left in the database. It also made it easier that everything was shipped and distributed from one distribution center in Reno, Nevada. So we didn't have to worry about different centers throughout the country or anything like that. This is just for the Southwest. And finally, we also had a place where they could include an expected delivery date so that the customer could know approximately when they would be getting their item. The customer information, such as the branch number, the company name, telephone, all that kind of general information you would need, would also be stored. And the information on the motors would be stored. So that would include, catalog number, and then a whole bunch of tech specs that I won't really go over because, to be honest, we don't even really know what those mean. Those are technical, but our expert was able to tell us what he would need in order to properly maintain this database. So here you have a list of different motor specs that would be included. So modeling requirements. In order to do that, we used an entity relationship diagram, just like in class. And this is where we stored what information was needed for the type of motor, the customer identity, how we would track the inventory, basically giving structure to our data so that it can be used properly in a database, which is the reason we use an ER model to begin with. So here's a picture of our ER model. It is fully explained and shown in our requirements document, so I won't go too much into detail in a short presentation like this, but if you have any questions on it, feel free to contact any of us, and definitely look at that requirements document where you'll find more information on it. So uncaptured restraints. So these are things that maybe didn't come up in our initial conversations with our expert, but later on we learned were necessary. So first thing was tracking the expected delivery date after an order is placed, and properly tracking the inventory. So once it ships, it has to be deducted from the inventory. Now it's in our general requirements, but initially that was something we didn't know until later conversations. Also, to track if the number of motors in stock is greater than equal to the number sold. So you don't want to oversell and not notify your customer that you can get more or that you can't get more or whatever it needs to be. So those were things we were able to work out with our expert and figure out that needed to be fixed. So forms. So this included, adding new customers, updating customers, reports, which were, what the customer is actually ordering, how many, the type of motor, and finally queries. This is finding order locations, finding branches, obtaining lists, and so these are all the things that a person would do in the database and use the database for. So this is what the employees will have to enter this information and to continue to use the database and have it be a workable maintaining system that the company can use. So that really sums it up. That is our short presentation on phase one. I think it gives a pretty good idea of what we're trying to do and how this database is going to turn out. So far, everyone has been really involved, and I think we're going to come out with a really great project and learn a lot. So feel free to contact us directly if you have any more questions about the product or the project, and more detailed information is also available in the requirements document, which is also submitted. So if there's anything you want to know a little more about, check there first, and it's probably there. So thank you again, and have a great day.